Window projector. Hey. Alright. Boys, UFC 326 is going down as a 4 for me, okay? On a scale from 0 to 10, this was a 4. It was one of the weirdest cards ever. We had a bunch of crazy announcements. Obviously, we got the White House card. We got Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje on there, alright? It's not what was promised. It's not what was promised. Dana White said that the White House card was going to blow UFC 300 out of the water. Dana White said that UFC 300 was gonna blow Spear out of the water. Nothing. The best fight on here is Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. Like, name a fight an American is winning on here and do not say Sean O'Malley. None. None. Literally none. But UFC 326 is honestly going to go down as one of the worst pay-per-views in the Paramount era. There were weird moments in here. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Charles Oliveira W. But Paramount crashed in the main event. We lost 2 minutes, I believe, of the third round. Because Paramount just went black. Okay. They used AI generated promotional footage for the main event during UFC 326 for whatever reason. This was just all over the place. What's the big old deal? RDR has joined the stream. Was just cuddling, didn't miss much? That's what I'm saying. This account will be done in the morning. I can't. We're near to Finland. Oh, man. Listen. Charles Oliveira sat here and just did exactly what Islam did to JDM. Yo, can you let me up? No. I'm recording a YouTube video right now. Absolutely not. Charles Oliveira did exactly what Islam did to JDM. Holloway fans are so casual. If you can't defend a takedown, that's not his fault. That's what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. You can't be the baddest motherfucker. You're not the baddest motherfucker if you can't defend a takedown. You're not. Yeah, I am. Hey, check out Iraq MMA on YouTube, okay? Iraq MMA on YouTube. We already dropped our prediction, or our recap, our reaction for the White House card, okay? But if you cannot sit here and defend a takedown, that's not my problem. That's not my fault. BMF isn't the same. No, it's not. It's the rules. It's an MMA-styled belt. It's the rules. It's a fight. It's an MMA fight. You can't be the BMF by cuddling. It wasn't cuddling. He was thrashing. JDM cried when Islam was on top of him, and it was very traumatic for me because I had to shave my head. But Max looked like he was about to cry. Arman versus Charles 2, that's exactly what I want. Nobody cared about the BMF belt until now. The BMF belt is a Mickey Mouse belt. Who cares? We got rocks twice on the feet. Even when I was on the feet, he didn't do much. Exactly. And Charles wobbled Max Holloway when they were like this. When he went like this. Wobbled him. People who didn't like this fight are casuals. This fight wasn't that bad. It was a Charles Oliveira masterclass. A literal Charles Oliveira masterclass. Back-to-back masterclasses from the underdogs. Literally. Back-to-back masterclasses from the underdogs. Sean Strickland masterclass. Charles Oliveira masterclass. Max was about to cry in there. But don't worry. Do not worry your heart. Do not worry. Max Holloway will be live on Twitch tomorrow playing Arc Raiders. Don't worry your little heart. Alright? You guys really thought a full-time streamer was gonna beat Max Holloway? Yeah, he was laughing round 2. He wasn't laughing round 5. He wasn't laughing round 4. Alright? We don't know what happened round 3 because Paramount had a black screen. $6 billion, by the way. $6 billion company, by the way. Ilya, is that you? Yeah. Subscribe. Max needs to learn how to grapple better. He needs to learn how to grapple, period. First PMF fight going the distance. You're a casual. Oh, whoop-de-doo. I'm a casual because, I mean, I didn't even say anything related to that. I just said if Max can't defend a takedown, that's not my fault. That's literally not my fault. Max needs to learn elbows. Yeah, he was sitting. I was literally wondering, Max, at some point of the fight. I don't even remember what round. Accept me, bro. No, I'm recording my reaction for my YouTube channel. Like, who are you? You go live on your channel. The fuck? Max was sitting here on guard. Like, he was sitting here on top of him, mounted, by the way. And Charles had his head to his chest, which was great. Max had one arm positioned on the canvas, one arm free. Instead of throwing elbows down, smashing elbows down, Max is hitting him with his wrist, going like this. Going like that. I like your rage bait. Tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube. It's not rage bait. It's my real feelings. Hey, bro, remember me? No, I don't. That's why you got a failing YouTube. It's not failing. It's booming. It's booming. Booming channel. And you have nothing. All right? Max Holloway will be live tomorrow on Twitch, boys. Don't even worry about it. Max can grapple. He has a few subs. Charles Olivera performed a masterclass. A masterclass. What do you think about that? I'm talking about it right now. A masterclass. I told you guys all week, Charles Olivera was going to run through Max Holloway. E-Rock, you got to ascend on the thumbnails. Give me some tips. I'm trying. Give me some tips. Give me some tips and tricks. That White House card video is kind of coming up. I should remake the thumbnail for that. E-Rock, you the GOAT, but not a you're bugging. Megan, if you don't think that was a masterclass, what is a masterclass? I'm going to send you some ideas on IG. Yeah, please do. Thank you. Hey. Oh, let me turn up. My fault. Let me turn up desktop audio so you guys can actually hear when, you know, people follow and shit. But Max Holloway not being able to defend a takedown and or get up and or do any jiu-jitsu transitions is not my fault. Charles Olivera whooped his ass. Whooped his ass. He was even whooping him on the feet, boys. It was over. I shouldn't have stayed up for that. That was a beautiful watch. Hey. That was a beautiful watch. A beautiful, fantastic watch. I'm telling you right now. I'm literally telling you right now. Charles is the BMF in my opinion, not the fight I was hoping for. Plus Max is my favorite. And you change the rules for BMF. Hey, yeah, if you change the rules for the BMF fight, that's fine. Make it stand and bang only, I guess. Sure, why not? To Mickey Mouse spell anyways. But this was a MMA fight. And Charles Olivera whooped Max Holloway's ass. He did. There were a few moments in the fight when Max Holloway was going to get finished, and he kind of didn't. There were a few neck cranks in there. It was getting a little nasty. But all right. You know what I mean? Just shows the level of Ilya and Islam. Whole different level of talent. Exactly. How good is Ilya? How good is Ilya? No, I'm saying if you make it stand and bang only. Ilya and Jake is about to be funny. BMF should be able to prevent a takedown. That's what I'm saying. It's not my fault you can't defend a takedown or do a transition in jiu-jitsu or learn how to stand up. You know what I mean? Or reverse a position. How do you feel about the fight? I've been talking about it for 8 minutes. Imagine if Max... If you want to check out my full thoughts, tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube. You know what I mean? I post videos every day. I clip up these live streams and I post them on there. E-Rock MMA on YouTube, boys. Tap in. It's right there. Read. Open your eyes and read it. It's right there. All right? Open your eyes and read it. It's right there. Tap into E-Rock MMA if you want to see the VODs. Okay? I'm clipping it up. It was miserable. That's what Max is saying. Max is doing what I'm doing. He's getting ready to go live right now on stream. Like, literally. He's loading up the Xbox, and he's getting ready to play Arc Raiders. Where the VOD's at? E-Rock MMA on YouTube. Right there. Right there. Open up your eyes. It's right there. And if you're watching on Twitch, it's right there. It's on the top left of the screen if you're on Twitch. But if you're on TikTok, it's right there. I sent it? Alright, say that. I'm going to look at it. 5th round, mandatory stand and bang. Okay. For a moment, I forgot who Charles was. And I humbly had to apologize to the guy. I told you guys all week, look, Max does not... Okay, you know what I'm saying? Max is not like that. Max Pillow Hands Holloway. He's fought at 145 half of his fucking... Well, more than half of his fucking career. Okay? He's used to fighting people smaller than him, shorter than him. Less reach. Charles has a 5-inch reach advantage on him. And Charles didn't even need to use it anyway. You'll never forget him again. Fight was dork. Can you start talking about the Max and Charles fight? Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Max made it boring for some people because he didn't know how to get him off of him, which is Max's fault. Exactly. Exactly. Why did Charles train for the last 10 seconds just to lay out Max? Easy peasy. Easy peasy W. What's the big old deal, JD? Too chill? Max just needs to beef up. Look, man. Look, man. They're going to feed Paddy Pimblett to Max, and they're going to do Charles versus Armand 2. They're going to feed Paddy Pimblett to Max. Easy peasy, Max Holloway W. Easy peasy, Max. They had Max Holloway at -2 something, huh? -2. He's a full-time Twitch streamer. Dude streams. Bro streams a gang of hours. He streams a gang of hours. Charles Olivera is in the favelas of Brazil. Training. Studying. Motivating. Crying. Cutting weight with 25 people in a sauna. Thoughts on Topuria versus Gaethje? I literally dropped that video on YouTube already. E-Rock MMA on YouTube, man. We already reacted to it when the news came out live because we were live during the whole card. E-Rock MMA on YouTube, boys. I'm trying to be a journalist. I'm better than any of the MMA media guys you watch anyway. Cooler, stronger, faster, more wittier, quicker on the feet, quicker mentally, more creative. I might not be the best at thumbnails, but I'm working on it. Tap in. Let me know. Let me know. Tap in. E-Rock MMA on YouTube, boys. Max is the most exciting fighter in MMA. Max is not the most exciting MMA fighter. It's Yuri Prohaska. Yuri Prohaska. Gaethje too sloppy for Ilya. Very true. Lamest fight I've ever watched. You haven't been a fan for very long. Yoel versus Izzy. Yoel versus Izzy. Torres Finney versus anybody. What do you think about Charles Oliveira? I like him. Good guy. I've always bet against Charles Oliveira. I even bet against Charles Oliveira when he fought Gamrot. Okay, but I knew it. I knew this was over. This is over. This is different. Charles Oliveira is not Justin Gaethje. Charles Oliveira is not Justin Gaethje. I missed the fight. How was it? It was a dominant Charles Oliveira masterclass for 25 minutes straight. Did you win? Yes. That fight isn't really lame, especially if you understand the submission game wasn't that bad. It was a Charles masterclass. It was a Charles masterclass. Now, was it a little boring at moments? Yes. But it was good to watch. It was a great watch. I was in there. Torres Finney fight is 18 times more as boring. Does Shama do good at heavyweight? No. But if you want to hear my full thoughts, tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube, alright? E-Rock MMA on YouTube. Already dropped my reaction to the White House card. Chat's in the video. You see chat in the video. If you're talking right now, you're going to be in my YouTube video. It's going to be right here. Alright? E-Rock MMA on YouTube. I'm throwing it in your faces. Max got dominated, baby. Absolutely. You can't call yourself BMF if you can't defend a takedown. Very true. He leaned on grappling, but small striking exchanges we won as well. It was insane. It was. Even when Max went like this, with 7 seconds left, pointing to E-Rock MMA on YouTube, he pointed to it. Charles wobbled him. Max needs to learn how to throw an elbow, by the way. Again, I said this before, but there was a point where Max completely mounted Charles, and he had one hand posted up. It was like a modified mount. And one hand here, and instead of throwing elbows, he hit him with his wrist. Alright. Okay. Most boring fight of all time? You haven't been a UFC watcher for very long. Alright, boys. RDR versus Carl Brahalo. I told you guys throughout the week, I said, look, man, don't count out RDR. Don't count out RDR. And I'm going to be honest with you. This was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I thought Brahalo was going to win, but at the end, when it was closing up to the time of the fight, I said we're locking RDR. RDR was looking pissed. He threw Carl Brahalo's handshake. Carl Brahalo was talking shit about him all week. I thought it was over. But he goes out there and he gave Carl Brahalo a good fight. Ultimately lost. I was coping a little bit. I said on Twitter they robbed my boy, but they kind of didn't. It was a rough watch. You know, Carlo Brahalo's gas tank is on E. RDR's grappling is just superior than everybody else. RDR hella overrated. He's hella under. I mean, striking is disgusting. His striking is worse than DDP's. But his grappling is insane. Alright? His grappling is insane. Which UFC fighters in their prime could time travel and compete with his technical level now? Who? Who are you talking about? Still kind of upset with the White House card, bro? Yeah, I have it right here. I'm very upset. I'm very, very, very upset. Very upsetted. Very upsetted. I already dropped my reaction to that, boys, but it's on E-Rock MMA on YouTube. Go check it out. This clip where I'm talking about the whole the whole UFC 326 reaction is going to be on E-Rock MMA. Chat's up there. I have chat on screen. So if you're chatting, it's going to be on there. Help me out. I'm trying to be a journalist or a media guy, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. But I'm trying to, you know, figure it out. Help me out. What happened to McGregor at the White House? I think they're going to do McGregor on International Fight Week. Imagine a prime Matt Hughes. Could he do good in today's time? I think so. I think a prime Vitor would do good in today's time. I think a prime I think a prime Tim Elliott would do fantastic in this time. I think a prime Fedor Emelianenko obviously would do fantastic in this time. Let me get back to you. Charles doesn't deserve the BMF belt. You're tripping. You're bugging. You're tweaking. Prime GSP would get mauled in our current welterweight division at the moment. He beats a few people in the top 10. Let's be real. The only people beating him are Islam, more than likely, sadly. Morales, maybe, just knocks him out, being bigger and stronger. Not Buckley. We saw what wrestling does to Buckley. I don't know how to get back to you. Okay, relax, Brady. Not me, bro. Relax, bro. But look, Kyle Brahalo obviously just had the power advantage, but RDR has the chin of a monster. RDR has the chin of a monster. I'm not going to lie. He was eating some nasty shots in here. He was doing his thing. He was keeping this fight alive with his grappling. But in the end, he wasn't successful. And I'm a little heartbroken to see RDR take 2 losses back to back. One via quitting, and one via loss. Now, Raul Rojas Jr. shot, I believe, 16 takedowns against Rob Font. Keep that in mind. 16 takedowns against Rob Font. 16. Why is Charles not getting the Hamzat treatment? Because Charles actually showed a masterclass. It was an actual masterclass. That's why. Hell yeah, Shy Collector. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. But Rob Rojas Jr. shot about like 16 takedowns against Rob Font, by the way. This was worse than the main event. I'm upset because I'm already thinking about the Gregory Rodriguez fight that I have to talk about. But before I get to Gregory Rodriguez, I have to talk about Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. Now, this fight almost got pulled, by the way, because there was a weird line movement all the way in Drew Dober's favor. Michael Johnson, I believe, opened as the favorite and went to like a plus 160 underdog. And there was a weird line movement at round 2 Drew Dober finish, which ended up happening. Drew Dober went out there and absolutely put down Michael Johnson. Just a mogging and muscle mass, quickness, fight IQ, combinations. Put him down. How are we feeling about the White House card? Check out E-Rock MMA on YouTube, bro. I already dropped my reaction to it. BMF belt needs to be taken out and shot Charles Oliveira killed the BMF belt. Charles Oliveira got that W, bro. Straight masterclass. Drew flatlined him. He did. Disgusting. Disgusting performance by Drew Dober. Absolutely beautiful. Mogged everybody in the crowd. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu isn't entertaining. You're not controlling the other person, only exploiting their mistakes. Charles was whooping him. Multiple submission attempts. Multiple submission attempts. Vicious elbows. Now, Give Did He Freedom said, Bo saved the White House card. You are sick. You're a sick man. You are a sick man. First 2 rounds of Holloway versus Olivera were truly BMF. He should have finished it. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't able to finish, but it's okay. But it's alright. Michael Johnson gets put out bad. Takes a nasty shot after he gets put out. He looked completely outsized, by the way. Completely outsized. Yeah, he ended at plus 175. Drew Dober, man. Keeping the memes alive, Drew. Keeping the memes alive, huh? Alright. Keeping the memes alive, Drew Dober. Like always. Thank you for the follow. E-Rock MMA would beat Patchy Mix. That would be 2 Patchy Mixes. 2 of them. Drew Dober keeping the goddamn memes alive. What a dude. What a dude. Drew versus Chris Duncan if he loses. I like that idea. Nah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's a literal good idea. Not even kidding. Not even kidding. Alright. This was traumatizing to watch. Very, very traumatizing to watch. Gregory Rodriguez gets absolutely put down. I mean, whoa. That's what I thought. That's what I thought was gonna happen. That's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought RoboCop was gonna go to sleep because look, this was a rematch. Bruno Ferreira slimed out RoboCop back in the days. Okay, and I thought RDR won. I'm so happy you said that. Because when I watched it, I thought it was a robbery. I even tweeted it out. I even tweeted it out, but I just called myself crazy. I said, you know what? I'm just a little crazy. I just might be a little crazy. You know what I mean? But I'm never crazy. You called me crazy when I picked Sean Strickland. You called me crazy when I picked Justin Gaethje. You called me crazy when I picked Charles Oliveira. And look what happened. Must watch it with your eyes closed, bro. Hollow won the first and third round. He won the first. The third is where it gets a little questionable for me. I thought RDR might have edged him out. But it's okay. I'll concede and say I was delusional. It's okay. But Bruno Ferreira, I won my parlay. I won my straight bets. I lost my parlays. Bruno Ferreira lost me a lot of money, man. RoboCop puts Bruno down like viciously. And you know what? Since Gregory Rodriguez lost to Bruno Ferreira and came back and got this W, this is Jared Cannonier's 3rd win in a row. I want my Jared Cannonier I want my Jared Cannonier RoboCop rematch immediately. RDR could have won. I don't know what went wrong. First was way closer than the third. The first was way closer than the third, but I don't know. I was watching that third, and I was like, he could have edged the judges out. Bigger moments. RoboCop versus MVP would be fun. Yeah, but they're feeding Sam Patterson to MVP for whatever reason. Roman Kopylov is a punching bag at this point. Yeah, he's a heavy bag. Interactive heavy bag, I call him. Him and Patchy Mix. Literally interactive heavy bags. Actually. Give me the Jared Cannonier squabble back. Jared Cannonier 1-3 in his last 4, by the way. Holy. It's never been so over. Yo, Wick City Demon is hilarious. People went to Vegas, bet on Max to cover their trip, went to the casino, and lost again. That would have been me. If Charles lost, that would have been me. That's funny. That's actually funny as hell. Nah, give me RoboCop versus Jared Cannonier 2. Let's let him run that fade back. Let him run that fade back. Early on, I literally looked up Garbrandt versus Xiao. Literally look up Garbrandt versus Xiao. Scorecards. I'm so scared to scroll. Going back. It's alright. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. Hey, thank you for the follow, Jay. It's okay. Bro, listen here. This was a robbery. This was a robbery. Why are you scared to scroll? Don't ask. Don't ask. We just got quick flashed. We got flash banged with some crazy shit. We think the White House card was overhyped. Oh, way overhyped. I don't get how it was a robbery. Because Long Xiao won 2 rounds. He won all 3 rounds, in my personal opinion. But they took 2 points. They took 2 points. You know what? I'm going to close window capture. Right here. Right here. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I just want this. I just want the goddamn scorecards. Thank you very much. So Cody Garbrandt, apparently, to the official judges who have jobs doing this, Cody Garbrandt won round 1. And one judge, Ben, has Cody winning round 3. Cody did not win a single round. Cody did not win a single damn round. It was a domination. It was literally a domination. You're lost, you're lost. Because if I look up robbery, I don't want to look up robbery, right? Because if I look up robbery, everything's going to be biased, right? I'm going to see everything that's biased to my point. Literally won via point deduction. Literally won via point deduction. White House card should have been Volk versus Lopez 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I like that. Enjoy your night. Womp womp. A win is a win. A win is not a win. A win is not a win. A win is not a win. Anyways, look, man. Dante Johnson versus Cody Brundage. Cody Brundage just takes another loss. Another loss quietly into the night. Another loss quietly into... All the Codys need to retire. Cody Brundage needs to retire. Cody Garbrandt needs to retire. Cody Durden needs to figure it out. Cody Durden 1-5 in his last 6, by the way. 1-5. 1-5 in his last 6, by the way. Garbrandt wins via point deduction. Dante Johnson just goes out there, doesn't look very technical at all, beats up Cody Brundage, slimes out Cody Brundage. Fire username, can't lie. Pretty good username. Pretty good username. Rojas needs to be insane. Is going to be insane if he keeps progressing the way he is. He's solid. He's shooting 16 takedowns against Rob Font. Where's Pereira at all time if he beats Pereira? Then Tom? Top 5. Top 5. Probably top 3. Probably top 3. But then where's Ankh? But then where's Ankalaev? I don't know if I would say top 3. I would actually have to think about that. But Dante didn't look very good. I mean, he looked good, but not minus. He closed at what? Minus 840? 845. Closed at minus 845. Alberto Montez versus Ricky Turcos. The Ilia Tuporia clone. The Ilia Tuporia clone. Wins via submission in the second round. Looked very dominant. Ricky Turcos took an absolute beating. Looked as depressed as he does in his Tapology picture. And it just wasn't a good night for bro at all. Armand beats both Holloway and Charles in the same night. I don't think he beats Charles. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. First triple champ and beating the best 2 heavyweights right now. Definitely top 5. Top 5, I don't know about top 3. Top 5, I don't know about top 3. Especially because of the loss to Ankalaev. That he did get back. But you're 1-1. You ready? Thank you, Liverpool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. My boy. You ready? All right, my boy, thank you, by the way. Oh, I'm waiting. You ready? Oh. We're getting all different types of vibes right now. All different sorts of vibes and dances. Thank you for the follow, Brandon. Beats up Cody Durden. I mean, Cody Durden needs to get his fucking life together, bro. Again, 1-5 in his last 6. I think Armand versus Charles in a 5-rounder would be fire. I think Charles gets that done, bro. I think Charles gets that done. Arguably, Charles won the first time, but it's okay. It's all right. I don't really have much to say about this, to be honest. I don't even think I really paid that much attention to this fight. I forgot what I was doing. But Cody Durden needs to pack it up. Pack it up, get out of here. We got Jonathan Almeida out the paint, but not Cody Durden. Okay. What do you think about Brahalo calling out DDP? You know, I didn't even really talk about that. I think that's shot out. I think I think Carl Brahalo is shot out. I really do. I really do. Depending on what they do with Hamzat, if they don't do Hamzat Nasruddin Imavov or Hamzat Strickland, whoever doesn't get it, give it to Carl Brahalo. Why not? Jared Gordon murdered Charles. Okay. Carlos so mid, yeah, absolutely. 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 We up, bro? We mega up. We mega up rates. I'm so happy, bro. Me too. We're turned up. We are champion? Of course, brother. Thoughts on the Ritter? I already talked about the Ritter. We're moving down the card. I'm almost done recapping the whole card, and then I'm going to clip it up and post it on YouTube. Tap into E-Rock MMA so you can see my full thoughts on everything. I already posted my reaction to the White House card. How bad is Bo Nickel, and why is he on the White House card? Hey. Thank you, Kyle. Make sure you guys tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube is probably pissed because I said that like about 50 times in the past 40 minutes. Thank you for the follow. Thoughts on Sean versus Aljo? I'm very upset. It was a fluke victory. And I hate Sean O'Malley. I'm glad there's at least some Americans. There's some Americans, bro, but none of the Americans are going to win. They're not winning. White House, yeah. Dana said the White House card is going to blow UFC 300 and the spear out the water. It did not. Neither of them, by the way. Sean O'Malley's winning. No, I got Amin Zabi. Moving on, boys. Sudamajeri whoops on Jesus Aguilera. Absolute masterclass. Jesus looked out of his league. Absolutely. Sudamajeri taking another W home. 3 wins in a row. Putting together some good W's. Give Sudamajeri a tough test. 125 is stacked, so I don't even know who to call out for Sudamajeri. But let's figure it out. Please, okay? Moving on, boys. Dajir Nuzagai versus Rafael Tobias. Now, this fight was sick. Look at this. Look at the topology. 8%. It was sick. Bro came in at plus 140 underdog and just looked elite. Just looked absolutely elite. Rafael Tobias was coming in on his UFC debut from the Contender Series and fell flat. Just fell flat. Looked like a complete amateur out there. Got his ass whooped. It was bad. It was bad. Straight W's for my boy right here. I'm never betting against him ever again. Dair, I'm going to keep you in my memory box. Okay? Keep you in my memory box. And Rodolfo Bellato comes out the gate and puts down Luke Fernandez from New Jersey, ending his weird string of losses in 2025. Jimmy Crute draw, Paul Craig no contest, lost to Navajo Sterling, and now he wins via KO. His next fight, he has to win via submission. His next fight, we are betting on him to win via submission. This card was nuts. Absolutely nuts. But next week's card is going to be way better, boys, and I'm way excited for it. Kevin Vallejos versus Josh Emmett is going to be a fucking banger. Absolute banger. Absolute banger. And I had to cut my thoughts on Cody Garbrandt versus Long Xiao, whatever, from this fight, from this video, because we scrolled through something crazy on Twitter on stream that I'm very sorry about. Allegedly. Kevin 5045, what do you mean? Oh, Kevin Vallejos? I think Kevin gets the finish, to be honest. They need to pack up the BMF belt. Pack it up and ship it to Brazil, motherfucker. Is Holloway go? No. Never. Never that. Never that. Never. Boys, I'm going to clip this up. Post this to YouTube. Tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube if you guys want to check out my clips and stuff like that, alright? I'm going to get out of here so I can watch the post-fight press conference and get ready for tomorrow. Hope you guys have thoughts on Rogan versus Ronda Rousey complaining mixed versus Kopylov at Turning Point USA. Thoughts on Rogan versus Ronda Rousey co-maining Pashi mixed versus Kopylov. I like that idea. I would like if they added Bryce Mitchell versus somebody on there. Also, Sean Strickland versus Hamza Chimaev. Also, Grant Dawson versus Michael Johnson. Also, Drew Dober versus Francis Ngannou. Let's test the theory. Drew Dober versus Francis Ngannou. Let's test the theory. Charles the champ. Charles, easy W. DC versus getting attacks. DC versus staring at fuck. I was trying to think of a good one, but I can't. I was gonna say Five Guys, like the food, but that sounded like Diddy-ish. So it didn't work. And now I'm kind of flatlining and filibustering, so we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Actually, who you have? Topuria versus Ilya. Ilya all day. Ilya all damn day, bro. This card was so ass. It's like a 4. 4 out of 10. Literally 4 out of 10. If you guys want to check out my full reaction to this card, tap into E-Rock MMA on YouTube and clip this and post it on there. Alright, man. Hope you guys have a good one. I'll see you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's my off day. It's Sunday, assholes. Joshua Van versus Volkov. I like that. It's a good idea. That's a good idea. Peace out, boys.